When we think about Raleigh, what makes it distinctive? Is it the landscape? Is it the people? Is it the history? Or are those symbols that really tell us what Raleigh is and reflects who we are? Hi, I'm Ernest Dollar, Director of the City of Raleigh Museum, and today we're going to look at one of the most unique objects we've got that tells us a lot about Raleigh history. It is our city flag. This flag was made in 1899, lost about 1938, rediscovered in 1969, and has been on display here at the museum for a number of years. But for the last 36 years, no one has seen the back of our flag. It's a great flag with a lot of history. So today on the show, we're going to talk about how to conserve the flag, how to preserve it, and what this flag really means to the citizens of Raleigh. So I hope you'll join us as we rediscover Raleigh's city flag.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Floyd, the Assistant Director here at the City of Raleigh Museum. A common question we get a lot is about our city flag. Many visitors are surprised to know that we even have a city flag. The City of Raleigh is one of only 450 cities in the country that has its own flag. Raleigh's flag is unique because it's actually double-sided, so it has something on both sides and it's different. This will be the first time today that we've seen the other side of the flag in almost 30 years. It's been framed. So in order to get a better idea of the conservation needs, we're going to be taking it out of the frame today.
Hi, I am Paige Myers. I'm the Textile Conservator at the North Carolina Museum of History, and I'm here visiting the City of Raleigh Museum today to help them with their unveiling of the City of Raleigh flag. We think that it's probably been framed this way for over 30 years, and so no one has seen the opposite side of the flag since it was framed then. I'm here to sort of guide everyone in the conservation and how to take a big flag out of a frame. It's not always an easy job, and it takes lots of people. Some things that we have discovered inside of the flag. We know that it was sent to a training school up in New York sometime from the 60s to the 80s, and people were doing a lot of experimenting in conservation at that time. And so what we have discovered is that it was probably worked on by several different interns over those years, and they were using a lot of different adhesive treatments, things that we wouldn't necessarily use now in conservation. Conservation tended to be a little bit more aggressive in those early days, much more so than what we do today. There was even an extra piece of fabric added that's probably an acetate fabric, which today we would not use acetate, we would use silk just like the original. but this is what they decided to use back then. We know that it was a two-sided flag, and we think that they may have put some type of material between the two layers of the flag. The only original layer left is the white in the center. Both sides of the flag still exist. This side, to right behind me here, is only the one side of the red flag. The other side has actually disintegrated, or they may have actually used pieces of it and reconstructing what they did to make this look whole again. It is a fairly aggressive adhesive treatment that they have done to this flag. I don't like to use the word stiff as a board, but it is a very stiff flag now, which is good and bad. It's probably not worth going into another conservation treatment. The flag will stay supported and stay stable as it is, and maybe one day they can revisit doing some more conservation treatments to it. Probably the best treatment at this point is to actually put it in a new frame that's going to support it correctly and to make room for this fringe, which is called bullion, that's on the edge. This is the fringe that's on the edge. It's actually made out of real metal. Probably has a tiny bit of silver in it and some brass and other metals that are in it. And you can see here, there's a little bit of the other side of the flag. That's all that's left. The bullion was actually stitched through a new fabric. It was sort of crushed in between the plexiglass that was holding the flag together before. So now it'll be released a little bit, it'll have a little bit more room. We're not going to try to create the microclimate that was inside of the other flag, which means that it was really, really smashed together so that air was trapped in between there. We don't do that now. So it's really great to see this side of the flag. The curators and the staff here at the museum, City of Raleigh Museum, actually sort of looked at this. This is Raleigh's coat of arms, and because of the motto that is on it, we can now date it to the Spanish-American War, which is circa 1898. That also tells me a little bit about the paints that they used to make it, also the fabric and the quality of the silk that they would have had at that time. Also the bullion, the fringe on the edge. It is a metal fringe, a real metal fringe. It probably has a little bit of silver, a little bit of brass, and other metals inside of it as well. I think that it probably had some damage from whatever adhesive was used to keep the flag together, the silk, and it probably had some type of fume inside there that has darkened it a little bit. So it's really great to see a flag that hasn't been seen in a long time, and it's always quite an endeavor. It takes a group, and we've had fun doing this today. Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed spending time with us at the City of Raleigh Museum, learning more about the city's flag and learning more about how to conserve historic objects. Here at the City of Raleigh Museum, in addition to our city flag, we have about 3,600 objects that we care for on a daily basis. It's expensive, it takes a lot of man hours, but we think it's worth it to preserve those things which tell us about what Raleigh really is and means so much to the citizens we serve. So I hope you will join us for our Flag Day programs. Come out and see the flag as it tours around Raleigh and visit us at the City of Raleigh Museum. I'm Ernest Dollar, Director of the museum, and we'll see you soon.